Yolanda, excuse me, but there's something I need to discuss with you. All the things from my locker, they've been thrown out all over the corridor floor. Why would you do such a thing?
Huh? I don't know about any of that. This has nothing to do with me. Why the heck are you accusing me?
Because I went to security and had them check the surveillance cam footage. I saw you and your 3 buddies taking all the stuff from my locker. You're not worming your way out of this. I have the evidence.
If you must know, I did it because you were using the lockers without permission. You're not allowed to have a locker.
Huh? Why not? The department manager said it was okay for me to use the lockers if I wanted to.
You might not know this because you've still only been at this company for 3 days, but temps aren't allowed to use the lockers. Didn't you see? It's written on the door in big bold letters. Employee use lockers.
Sure, you're right, it does say that. So where are you suggesting I put my things while I'm at work?
I don't know. I don't give a crap about temp workers like you, so I certainly don't give a crap about your things. Not my problem. Why don't you leave your stuff outside in the car park or something?
Outside? Also, about my things, it's almost definitely because you and your friends threw them all out in the corridor. But my wristwatch and my second pair of backup glasses are broken.
Not my problem. This is what you get for buying cheap, easily broken junk. Oopsie, what am I saying? Obviously, the kind of low IQ, brain-dead moron who works as an agency temp is never going to be able to afford high-quality, luxury goods that don't break as soon as the wind blows on them. I guess junk is all you can afford. But you should have thought about that when you broke the company rules.
You go on about rules, but there's nothing like that written in the terms and conditions of my employment contract. And no one told me anything about not being able to use lockers. To the contrary, like I just told you, our head of department actually told me I could use them.
God, do you ever shut up? There are such things as unspoken rules, you know. Are you too brain dead to know even that? How many years have you been working now?
Sure, I know things like unspoken rules exist, but even if for the sake of argument we accept that I did unknowingly break one, I don't think I deserve to have my personal belongings destroyed in a revenge attack. Not only that, but you even stole something. Don't you think you took this too far?
Huh? I didn't steal a thing. Lies.
Do you want me to keep repeating myself? Like I said, I saw the surveillance footage. You put my bracelet in your pocket, didn't you?
You call that theft? How rude. I just decided to look after it for you. It would have been careless of me to leave it lying around in a corridor.
Why would you only take the bracelet but be more than happy to leave the rest of my valuables lying around? No matter which way you look at it, your behavior makes no sense.
Gah, you're so annoying. Nag, 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 nag. Shut up already. A filthy temp worker like you has no right to speak to me like this. I'm a full-time employee at this company, you hear me? Full-time! If you don't shut your annoying mouth right now, I might just forget to give you your bracelet back. Is that what you want?
That's theft. Give me it back immediately.
You got some nerve. You do well to not make me angry, bitch. If you do, you'll regret it. Do I make myself clear?
Yolande, would you mind explaining what the hell you think you're doing?
Oh, back for more whining, are we? What are you crying about this time?
Don't play dumb with me. I saw you running away. What gives you the right to pour a bucket of water over my head in the corridor like that? Not only that, but it was full to the brim and ice cold. I'm soaking wet though, thanks to you, idiot.
Oh, are you sure? That's such a shame. That's what you get for breaking the rules. Maybe now you'll be more careful in the future. I know you tried to use a staff cafeteria today. Don't you dare use a staff cafeteria, you filthy temp. How many times do I have to tell you?
But Yolande, you didn't mention anything about the cafeteria until yesterday.
No, actually, I told you at least 10 times by now. You just forgot because you're a moron with the memory of a goldfish. I already told you that when staff only is written in big bold letters, that means it's for staff only. Will it go in this time? Will the pea-brained moron with an IQ lower than my unborn baby nephew's age finally understand? Are you so dumb you can't even follow basic instructions? It would be tragic if it wasn't so hilarious.
That's funny. You see, the department manager told me I was allowed to use the staff cafeteria.
He was just being polite. He didn't mean it. Don't ever try to go in there again, do you hear me? It's against the rules. If filthy temp scum start coming into the staff cafeteria, I'll lose my appetite because of the smell. If an ugly cave troll who smells like last week's leftovers like you enters my field of vision, it'll make me want to throw up.
What does that have to do with pouring an ice-cold bucket of water over my head?
Well, you see, you're such a smelly, low IQ moron. I very kindly went out of my way to give you your first wash in years. I thought maybe you'd be smart enough to see the connection between that and your egregious wool breaking in the staff cafeteria, but obviously not. The only solution for a smelly moron like you is a cold water bucket bath. So that's why, dummy.
That doesn't justify what you did. Luckily, I had a change of clothes available. But just because I went into the staff cafeteria doesn't give you any right to pour a bucket of water over my head. And if you think it does, you're deranged and need professional help. Anyway, something tells me that's not the only reason. Are you sure this wasn't revenge? Because I refused to make those presentation slides for you when you tried forcing an entire week's worth of your work on me in the office before lunch?
Why did you bother asking me why I did it if you already knew the answer? Does this mean you'll do the slides now? I had to ask someone else to do it because you said no, but I lost valuable time that I'll never get back thanks to your selfishness.
Yolande, you were asking me to do your job. The only responsible for doing your job is you. Stop trying to force it on others like it's your inalienable natural right.
Unlike filthy temp scum like you, I'm actually busy. I have a bunch of things to keep on top of, and I didn't have time to make that dumb presentation. And besides, when we have low IQ temp morons like you around, why shouldn't I make use of them?
How can you claim to be busy when I saw you slacking off in the staff room with your lackeys? You slack off on your responsibilities and try forcing them onto others. Instead of doing your job, you spend all of your time harassing the new temp. What's the point of you even working at this company?
Wow, you're the cockiest, most arrogant piece of crap I've ever met. It looks like you still didn't learn your lesson, huh? Should I get another bucket ready? I bet you don't have a third change of clothes. If you don't want to go home soaking wet through like sorry-ass sewer rat, then I suggest you shut your annoying mouth.
You're so deranged and devoid of reason, I can only conclude there's nothing to be gained from any further discussion with you. If I were you, I'd stop behaving so arrogantly. You might end up regretting it very soon.
Oh, what's this? Is the sore loser threatening me? A low IQ temp worker trying to act cool and imposing? Now I've seen it all. This is hilarious. Hey, guess what, bitch? I left some extra work on your desk. I want all of those presentation slides, plus the quality reports and the formatting on the NDA agreements done by tomorrow morning. You know what that means? Overtime. Congrats, Violet. You better not go home until every last piece of that work is done, or they'll be hell to pay. Do I make myself clear? This is a direct order from an actual employee of this company. Ooh, what's this? I hear you're quitting the company. The department manager just told me.
Yep. Today's my last day and I'll be leaving for good at the end of my shift. You really have been a big help to me during my short stay here, Yolande. Thank you so much for everything.
I can't believe you got fired within a month of being dispatched here. This is so funny, I can't stop laughing. My stomach literally hurts. It must be so hard for pea-brain temps like you to get along in the world. I almost feel bad for you. Almost. I'll tell you what though, Violet. I'm gonna feel so relieved to see the back of you. I can't wait. I may throw a little party to celebrate the occasion. Me and the girls. A bottle of champagne and plenty of laughs at your expense. Good luck getting a full-time contract somewhere before you kill yourself due to the shame of your endless failures. I doubt there's any company that desperate, though.
That's fine, Yolande. I appreciate the thought, but you don't have to worry about me one bit. I'm already a full-time employee after all. I'm also much higher up than you.
Huh? What the heck? You're a filthy temp worm, higher than me?
I work for our parent company.
Huh?
You see, your company has a worryingly high turnover rate for young and temporary workers. It got pulled up recently during an investigation at the parent company. I'm part of the investigation team that got sent down to your office to figure out why so many people are quitting within their first couple of weeks there. Obviously, I had to keep it a secret because everyone would be on their best behavior if they knew they were under observation. But having the element of secrecy on my side helped me to get to the bottom of why so many people are leaving much faster than I expected.
Huh? What? An investigation? I don't know what the heck any of this means. You're from the parent company? You?
Yes, that's right. If you don't believe me, you're free to make an inquiry. All information regarding my dispatch will be public record soon enough. Basically, Yolande, my work here is done. And to tell you the truth, thanks to you, I got done way quicker than I expected to. I'm going back to my usual job at the parent company tomorrow.
No. Wait just a second. What the hell's a turnover rate investigation? I've never heard of that before. And why did you get your job done quickly thanks to me? I don't understand.
During my short time as an investigative operative here, I was able to ascertain that the reason the young and temporary employees were quitting the company in droves was because of you and some others who associate with you at the company. We're bullying them so relentlessly that they didn't want to work here anymore. I was also a target of your malicious attacks in the form of having work that wasn't mine forced on me, having a bucket of water poured over my head, theft, and plain old verbal abuse. I could go on, but I think you get the picture. I have been making routine reports to my superior at the parent company, but tomorrow I'll be submitting a comprehensive dossier of all harassment received during my time here.
What? Whoa. A comprehensive dossier? Does it mean I'll get in trouble? Wait a second, no. You can't do this.
After my submission of the dossier to the disciplinary team, I presume there'll be all sorts of things they'll need you to work with them on. So allow us to extend our thanks in advance for your understanding and cooperation.
No, you can't do this. I said wait. What the hell is this? Are you trying to say it's my fault the Teps keep quitting?
To be honest, yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. It is my strong belief that your inappropriate behavior towards our temporary staff is the primary reason for their early departures from the company.
Well, you're wrong. I never meant to make anyone quit. Besides, what did I do wrong? This is just how people are with temps and newbies in the workplace. If I didn't put them in their place, they'd get too big for their boots, and then everyone would suffer. I did it for the good of the company.
In what ways is your behavior for the good of the company, Yolande? Your department is already chronically understaffed as it is, so please explain to me in what way viciously bullying new and temporary employees, on whose shoulders the future of the company rests, into quitting possibly benefits the company. To the contrary, I put it to you that your childish and irresponsible behavior, which you engaged in for nothing more than your own sick self-satisfaction, has done nothing but damage to the company.
Well, that.
Do you have any examples of the company suffering negatively due to the effects of new or temporary employees getting too big for their boots? Is there something wrong with them being able to do their job in a comfortable, stress-free work environment?
Well, don't they just make you sick? Seeing those filthy low IQ temp workers being treated the same as me, despite the fact that they could never dream to become a full-timer like I am, makes my blood boil. I am a full-time employee, do you hear me? Full-time! How can you expect a company to succeed when a bunch of wet behind-the-ears little brats can just waltz in off the street and get treated the same, and those of us who worked and slaved away for countless years get a full-time contract?
So what you're saying, Yolande, is that this is purely a matter of your feelings. You claim you did it all for the company, but really, that's what it comes down to, right? This company's valued employees are not your playthings.
Wait, hang on a sec. So let me get this straight. You're telling me those filthy, good-for-nothing temps are more important to you than me? Someone on a full-time contract?
Yes, actually. In a choice between you, who spends all of your time either bullying your coworkers, palming your work onto them, or just being generally useless, and the hardworking young staff and temporary workers you made quit, the latter wins every time.
What the heck? That's so messed up. Are you looking down on me? You are, aren't you? Get off your high horse, you pompous, old corporate hag. You're not better than anyone.
Actually, I put it to you that you're the one who looks down on people. Do you still not get it?
Get what?
You understand what happens to you when I hand in that dossier tomorrow, don't you? This company has no need for an employee who upsets the atmosphere and makes quality staff feel like they have no choice but to quit. Here's an interesting one for you. What if we didn't leave it there? What if I and the rest of the employees you bullied relentlessly took you to court for harassment?
What? You wouldn't.
All of my things you broke, my clothes you drenched in water, the bracelet you stole, not to mention the huge record of chat logs I have of you abusing and slandering me. What if I printed those out? Then, to top it all off, what if I submitted the footage of you stealing all the things from my locker to the court? I'm fully prepared to speak to the parent company's in-house lawyer if that's what I need to do.
No, wait. Please don't do anything drastic. Surely, there's no need to go making such a big deal out of this. Can't we just talk this through like adults, babe? We can, right?
Since when do you call me babe, Yolande? I'm not your subordinate, and I'm not your friend.
Oh, no, well, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I didn't mean it.
I have no interest in hearing your apologies. You'll be attending a court of inquiry over the coming days. All we'll be needing from you is to hear your version of events and for you to answer our questions. You'll probably receive instruction to make your way to the parent company HQ shortly. We look forward to seeing you there.
No, please wait. Please. Won't you just hear me out here instead? Why do we have to do an inquiry? I'm really sorry. I mean it. I'll never do it again. I swear. I'll never be mean to anyone again for as long as I live. I'm begging you.
Whether you beg me or not makes no difference. Your fate is in the hands of the dismissals board now. All I'm going to do is report by name the employee responsible for causing me and the other staff discomfort and distress, based on the things I saw and heard during my time conducting my investigation at the company.
No, why won't you listen to me? Seriously, I'm begging you. Just stop. Do you have any idea how mad my dad will be with me if I lose this job? I'm super sorry.
In terms of being a decent human being, sorry is a good start. But this goes beyond that now, and will be dealt with through the proper channels. We haven't known each other long, but it's been interesting to meet you, Yolande. I suspect we'll be meeting again shortly. Goodbye for now.
No, wait, please wait. Just give me another minute. Please, don't do this.
Within a few days, a court of inquiry was opened at corporate HQ. Yolande, her boss, and all three of her lackeys were all summoned and asked a sequence of questions. When the articles of evidence I submitted were presented, Yolande and her partners in crime's faces turned as white as sheets. After that, to my surprise, surplus evidence was presented which proved Yolande to be guilty of misappropriation of corporate funds over a several-year period. With that, she had so little color left in her face, we thought she might actually faint. She received a disciplinary discharge in the end, and all three of her lackeys took pay cuts and demotions. To add insult to injury, after she lost her job, all of her victims banded together to file criminal charges against her and take her to court. Things are still in the preliminary proceeding stage, but whether they settle outside of court or end up taking it all the way, she's set to lose an awful lot of money. Let this episode serve as a reminder. In some form or other, this is the fate that awaits all who bully and victimize those they perceive to be weaker than themselves. Hopefully, Yolande uses the experience as an opportunity to become a better person. As for me, thanks to the role I played in today's events, I received both a pay rise and a promotion. I was able to claim for the things that got broken on company expenses. Also, I was showered with gratitude by the other staff Yolande has been bullying, and one of them even bought me a box of chocolates. It was when I saw the relieved smiles on their faces that I knew I did the right thing in tolerating her abuse for long enough to damn her to rights. I'm not going to let this make me complacent, though. I know I still have a lot to learn and a long way to go at this company, and I intend to work as hard as I can to fulfill my potential.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Zoe, why the hell did you reply that you're not coming?
Huh? What do you mean? Oh, you're talking about the wedding invite you sent to my mom and dad's house, huh? Obviously, I was never gonna show up to that. Why would I go to my ex-husband's wedding? Have you ever heard of anyone doing that? Especially when we parted ways on such acrimonious terms. It was hardly an amicable divorce, Ricardo. Or did you totally forget about how you cheated on me with a 27-year-old 3 months into being married? Sure, she might not be the unlucky girl who ended up being the bride at your upcoming wedding, but that doesn't change the fact that you betrayed me. So please, tell me why I'd have any reason to show up at your wedding. I'm genuinely curious.
Jeez, look at you, reminiscing over the past like a love-struck teenager. I knew it. You do still have feelings for me. Yet you do know it's been over 5 years since we got divorced, right? It's time to let go, Zoe. You're obsessed.
I'm really not. Since when did people invite their ex-wives or girlfriends to their weddings? I've literally never heard of this happening. Besides, can't you see how disrespectful this is to your new wife? How do you think me being there would make her feel?
The reason I so kindly went out of my way to invite you is because I have a forgiving temperament and a big heart.
And that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Do you have any more jokes, or are we done here?
Huh? Hey, I wasn't kidding, I'm serious. Oh, I see how it is. You're jealous of my new girlfriend, aren't you? I knew it. Guess I can't blame you. Anyone would be.
Excuse me?
Yeah, that's right. My new bride. She's 19 years old.
Wait, what? Your girlfriend is 19 years old? Holy crap, wait a second. Ricardo, me and you are the same age, which makes you 45 years old. Do you have dirt on her or something?
Hey, watch your mouth. Mine and Helena's love is pure, I tell ya. Pure.
I see. All right. I guess that was rude.
It can't be helped that you're surprised. I should have seen this coming. After me and you got a divorce, I went on an epic search for the woman of my dreams. And the result of that was meeting Helena.
So you ended up dating a 19-year-old.
Everyone knows that when it comes to marriage, the younger girls are the best. Look, I know I made the right decision to divorce you. Who needs a dried up old hag in her 40s? I hate to have to tell you this, Zoe, but you hit the ball a long time ago.
Wow, Ricardo. I see you're just as charming as ever.
I bet you're single, aren't you? Oh, go on, it's fine. I won't bully you, if you admit it. I swear.
I wonder.
What's the matter, babe? Cat got your tongue?
I have no reason to reveal private information to you, so I'm gonna go with no comment on that one.
Now, whatever. Listen up. If you want me to be happy, which I know you do because you still have feelings for me, then you better show up at the wedding. Guest list is rocking some big names. It's talk of the town. Or be there or be square. I even went out of my way to prepare you a seat, so you better not let me down.
Like hell I'm going. Forget about it, Ricardo. I won't be there.
Well, would you look at that? Oh, look at what the cat dragged in. I see you ended up coming after all that bluster about not showing up to my wedding. To be honest, I knew you'd end up showing. That's why I had you a seat arranged. Sure, it's the last one by the exit at the back of the room, but a seat's a seat. Anyway, there was supposed to be one more couple getting married here today. Who do you think they are? You'll never believe what I heard. Apparently, the bride is a former pop star who retired 6 months ago. Press are all lined up outside waiting for her to show. Rumour has it she's getting married today. Could you believe what a coincidence this is? Who would have thought it? A famous pop star getting married on the same day as me. And Helena. This means we'll always have the same anniversary too. I'm so excited. You know, what an amazing, unexpected development this was. Oh, sorry. Did I make you feel even more pathetic than before? I guess it can't be helped when you're a dried up old hag, mid-40s. No guy in his right mind would go near with a 10-foot barge pole. Anyways, gotta go. Catch you later, loser. Hey, old hag. Wedding ceremony's about to start. Where are you? Hurry up or you'll be late. Did the stuff I said earlier finally make you realise how pathetic and tragic your life is? No, it's okay. Look, fear not. For there is hope. Seeing me and my beautiful 19-year-old wife get married might cheer you up. Maybe seeing her radiant good looks will remind you of the beauty you once had. Put a smile on your face for a short while. Till you remember how pathetic you are again. Besides, I already arranged your seats. You have to show up now. How about thinking of this as an opportunity? to face up to the miserable reality of the pitiable mess you call a life. Whatever. I don't care how you talk yourself into it. The bottom line is that you need to get your ass inside this wedding hall. Now! Quit screwing me around, bitch. This ain't no joke. Hand Eleanor back over to me, now.
Geez, Ricardo, would you shut up already? You've been bugging me with these messages all morning. Cut it out.
Shut up and tell me what you did with Helena. Where is she? Confess, now.
Huh? Confess? What are you talking about? Why would I know where Helena went?
You came to the wedding because you still have feelings for me, right? I had no idea you were plotting to do something awful to Helena the whole time. If I'd have known you'd do this, I would have never invited you to begin with.
Like I just said, I don't have a clue where she is.
Why'd you come to the wedding then?
You answered your own question in one of your earlier messages. There's another wedding here today, right? I'm here for that.
What? You mean the pop star's wedding?
Yep.
Why? How?
I suppose this is as good an opportunity as any. Allow me to introduce my husband and daughter.
Wait, what?
There's no way I'm going to let you meet them in person. But my husband's daughter from his last marriage is the pop star you were getting all excited over earlier. She's getting married today.
What the hell? What, you got married?
Yep, I got married. To a guy I met at work. We've been together for 3.5 years now. Today, I'm in the blessed position of being able to attend the wedding as his lovely daughter's mother-in-law.
Hang on a sec. Wasn't that pop star's dad the CEO of a major global company? If my memory serves me right, they're the biggest ice cream manufacturer in the world. Is it true?
Yep, that's my husband.
Holy heck. What crap's going on here? Not only did you manage to bag yourself one of the richest blokes in America, but you're here today, same venue as my wedding, to watch his daughter get married. You set this all up intentionally, get back at me.
Please, don't flatter yourself, Ricardo. I wouldn't waste my time on something so meaningless. It's just a coincidence, nothing more. You think you're surprised? My jaw almost hit the floor when I realized you were getting married here today. I made sure to fill my husband, as well as the bride and groom in on the circumstances, just in case. But if you're going to spam me with stupid messages like this, I have no choice but to turn my phone off.
Wait a sec, we're not done yet. You telling me you had absolutely nothing to do with Helena disappearing from the wedding hall?
How could it possibly have anything to do with me? I don't even know what she looks like.
I don't know. Maybe you investigated her beforehand.
You must think I have a lot of free time on my hands. Besides, if you have enough free time on your hands to be bombarding me with these asinine messages, maybe you should focus your efforts to find your darling somewhere that makes more sense.
Oh, god damn it. God freaking damn. How can a worn-out old hag like you be married to a high-spec CEO while all of this awful crap is happening to me?
Good evening, Ricardo. I just had to message you when I found out. You see, I happened to run into an old friend outside the wedding hall yesterday, and she told me something very interesting about you and Helena. Apparently, you paid her parents a huge amount of money for their daughter's hand in marriage, while completely ignoring the fact she had zero interest in marrying you. She even had a boyfriend who she's been dating since middle school.
Well,
Pure love. Don't make me laugh. You forced that poor girl into an arranged marriage.
her boyfriend's old news. I made her break up with him ages ago. That pipsqueak could never hope to compete with me. He's barely out of diapers.
He's the same age as your would-be wife, you sicko. When I found out, the penny dropped right away. Shouldn't it be obvious why Helena disappeared? Surely she ran away somewhere with her old boyfriend. To think she even left behind all the money for the cost of the wedding. She seems like a nice, respectable girl. She sure dodged a bullet in escaping from you.
No, Eleanor was supposed to be my wife.
Do you not see how forcing a 19-year-old girl to marry you while completely ignoring her feelings on the matter is wrong?
What the hell do you know about me? You're nothing but a stranger now.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Back when me and you tied the knot, why would you marry me in the first place if you thought it would be better to marry someone younger? If you weren't interested in me, then why didn't you just say so from the get-go and save us both so much unnecessary trouble? I sure as heck wouldn't have married you if I had any idea what a shameless, low-life scumbag you were.
'Cause I started to want kids.
What?
But when I realised that's what I wanted, you were already 40 years old. You hit the wall, though. As a guy, I was still old enough to have kids, but by that age, you'd already hit the wall, and having kids would have been difficult to say the least. Besides, even if we did manage to conceive, there would have probably been all kinds of birth defects. That's what...
I have a son, Ricardo.
What?
My husband's a dad, of course. He's almost 2 years old. It's true, giving birth after 40 isn't as easy as when you're young, and we did go through our fair share of difficulties during the pregnancy and after the birth. But thanks to the support of our friends and families, not to mention the amazing work of the doctors and nurses, I became a mother.
Quit your lying. I didn't see a baby with you yesterday. Why wouldn't you bring him to the wedding?
He was with his grandparents, who are constantly spoiling him rotten. They were sat near the front row.
What?
For some reason, he wouldn't settle down when we tried sitting him with me, so we had to leave him with my parents for most of the ceremony. That's all. He was there the whole time.
You've got to be kidding me. Why is this happening? Things weren't supposed to be this way. Why are the good things only happening to you? It's not fair. I lost my beautiful wife. I was supposed to be spending yesterday evening consummating the marital bonds by deflowering my lovely Virgin Eleanor. This morning was supposed to be our first morning together as a man and a wife. I was supposed to wake up to the semi-embarrassed smile of my pure, innocent 19-year-old wife as she used my arm as a pillow. We whispered sweet nothings into each other's ears.
Ricardo, if you don't stop this right now, I'm going to throw up. You're so creepy and disgusting, it's unreal.
What?
I hate to have to tell you this, but you're not the hotshot stud muffin you seem to think you are.
How do you mean? I'm the biggest catch there ever was. Almost married a 19-year-old. How many guys my age are capable of pulling something like that off?
Almost being the key word. In reality, she hated you so much she abandoned you at the altar. You're not the spring chicken you once were, you know. If you don't start taking a more objective look at yourself real soon, you're in for a world of hurt.
Objective?
You're nothing but a sad old man with a case of narcissistic personality disorder so severe, it only rivaled your rapidly receding hairline. It's about time you had a long, hard think about your life. If you lack the self-reflective capacity to do so, I suggest you get used to being alone.
What the hell? What does that mean?
I have nothing more to say to you.
No, wait a sec.
We're done here.
Hey, Zoe, get ready to celebrate. I've decided to give you another shot at being my girlfriend. If you're still capable of having kids, then there's nothing stopping us from giving it another shot. However, I'm only willing to take you back on one condition. You have to leave the brat you already popped out with your current husband, who you'll be divorcing, like hell I'm raising another man's spawn. Once that's all been dealt with, you're going to provide me with children of my own. I want at least 2 sons. If we just had one, you'd get lonely. I've decided young girls are too selfish to be considered as serious wife candidates. You're close to my age, still capable of birthing children, so having kids with you makes a lot more sense. I'm so pleased I realised when I did. Hey, pick up the damn phone. Why are you ignoring me? I'm giving you a chance to get back with me here. This is what you've been waiting for these last 5 years, right? This is your opportunity. I'm willing to let you give birth to my kids here, you dummy. Surely you wouldn't squander your golden opportunity? I'll change my mind if you're not careful. Please, I'm begging you. I don't have any money at all. I gave my entire last savings over to Helena's parents in exchange for her hand in marriage. So, please, can't we give things one last try? I need someone to provide for me financially for a little while I get back on my feet.
Can you believe Ricardo was seriously asking me, a 46-year-old woman, to give birth to 2 more children? Even if it was possible, the answer would obviously always gonna be no. My main focus in life now is being a stay-at-home housewife to my husband and raising our beautiful baby boy. I couldn't be bothered to deal with my ex-husband, so I asked a mutual friend to send him a sternly worded warning. With that, he finally left me alone. Apparently, he desperately begged Helena's parents to give him the money he paid for their daughter back, given that she ended up pulling a vanishing act on him. Unfortunately for him, they totally ignored his frantic pleas. Word of his hilariously tragic fate somehow got out at his workplace, And with that, he became the butt of every joke and the favorite topic of every gossip monger in the building. Unable to bear the embarrassment, he resigned, worsening his already dire financial situation. A few days later, Helena's parents suddenly disappeared, vanishing into the aether along with their daughter. Ricardo may have actually had the grounds to take them to court if he'd had the means to do so, of course, after hiring a private investigator to track them down. Sadly for him, he was struggling enough just putting food on the table day to day, so a manhunt and a lengthy legal battle were the last things on his mind. Apparently, all of Helena's family and friends were aware of her impending elopement before the wedding, and she had the full support of those around her. Word has it that only a handful of people know where she actually went. But when I heard she's currently living happily in an undisclosed location with her boyfriend, I breathed a sigh of relief.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Why, hello there, Vicky. Have you given any consideration to my offer of moving in with you at all? I might be in good health now, but it's been 3 years since my husband passed away, and I think it's time you started giving my future some serious thought.
Good evening, Tina. Regarding your offer of moving in with us, to be honest with you, we have enough on our plate right now without having an extra person living with us. I just don't think it's feasible for us, at least for the time being. I know you're my mother-in-law, and I'd love to help you out, but I'm sorry.
Excuse me?
James told me you quit your part-time job recently. If you're going to live with us, we did make it pretty clear you'd at least have to be working part-time. You remember we discussed this before, right?
Why should I have to work to be allowed to live with my son and his wife? And really, this is rich. You don't have a job and are living entirely on James' dime yourself. So surely you're not in a position to be telling me to look for a job.
Huh? What? I can assure you, I most definitely do have a job.
Fine. So you have some crummy little part-time job at a convenience store. Wow. Amazing. Do you want a medal?
Where are you getting your info from? I work full-time and not at a convenience store.
Anyway, the only reason I quit my job in the first place was so I could live with you two.
Huh? What?
Keeping my job would have been difficult after I moved in with you. The commute from your house would have taken me a whole hour on the train, which left me with no choice but to quit.
Couldn't you have them transfer you to another branch or something? I'm sure quitting wasn't the only option.
Stop answering me back and let me move in with you. We already decided on this, you insolent little upstart. I get that having 3 of us cooped up in your little apartment would probably be difficult, which is why you need to move into a fully detached house immediately. Either that or find a bigger apartment. The bottom line is, it's time for you and my son to move somewhere bigger to accommodate me.
What the hell? Quit making our decisions for us. You have no right to do this.
In terms of space, at the very least, we'll be needing a big, roomy living area, a nice, spacious kitchen, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, I'll need my own private one, and a garden for me to relax in.
Whoa. Slow down. We never even agreed to have you live with us in the first place. You do know that, right?
I will not be answered back to, Missy. I suggest you get house hunting this instant if you know what's good for you. Don't worry, I'll be thoroughly hashing this out with my son. He's a good boy, so he's sure to have my side. Excellent, that settles it. Start packing your things together in preparation for the move, dear.
You don't get to decide this. Tina, was it you? Did you forge my letter of resignation and send it to my boss?
Ah, I see it already arrived.
You have got to be freaking kidding me. God damn it, I knew it was you. What do you think you're playing at? Why the hell would you do such a thing?
Simple. Now you have no choice but to live with me.
Don't be ridiculous. That resignation letter was obviously never going to be considered valid.
Excuse me? Why not?
Wow, you're actually surprised? Did you actually think my company was going to take a resignation letter that obviously wasn't written by me? Seriously? Besides, do you have any idea what would happen to us if I quit my job?
Nothing worth worrying about, I'm sure. You could just find another job after the move. It might be difficult to find something full-time, but I'm sure there are any number of part-time jobs where they'd welcome you with open arms.
You make it sound like such a walk in the park. Do you really think we have enough savings to support ourselves through something like that? Our financial situation isn't as peachy as you seem to think it is.
Huh?
I've already said this to James countless times, but you seem to have zero concept of the financial difficulties people are facing these days, and you clearly have no interest in finding work yourself. I want you to start thinking more seriously about the future and find a job of your own. If you're serious about wanting to move in with us, then that needs to happen first.
Vicky, oh my goodness. Are you really that wasteful with your spending?
What?
You should be able to get by comfortably just on James' salary alone. The fact that you're still struggling even though you work a full-time job yourself, on top of James' sizable pay packet, can only mean one thing. You're blowing all the money on frivolous crap.
Wait, what? What makes you think we could get by on James's salary alone? Do you actually know how much he makes?
Of course I do. He told me himself.
And you think the three of us could get by on that with me quitting my job and you not working at all? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. But it would appear that you'd have to rein in your excessive spending habit first.
Excessive? I'm the least excessive spender there is. If anything, I've done nothing but restrict my spending for as long as I can remember.
It's hard to believe you'd need to restrict your spending considering how much money my son makes. That alone tells me all I need to know.
Tina, listen to me. I don't feel like we're on the same page here. Do you really know how much money James makes?
Yes, like I just said, he told me himself.
Are you sure your financial sense isn't a bit off?
I should be asking you that.
I think my financial sense is just as solid as it gets, actually. I spend a lot of time budgeting and thinking about this stuff, you know.
Good grief, young lady. You're impossible. You're so devoid of anything resembling common sense. I may as well be talking to a plant pot. I'll be discussing this with James in person.
Now that you mention it, he's been at your house a lot recently, hasn't he?
Why, yes, he has. I've been letting him stay here.
He hasn't been replying to my messages at all. Do you have any idea why that might be?
Because I'm not letting him, obviously. Think about it. You've done nothing but pile doubt and negativity in our discussions about me moving in with the two of you. So I decided it was best not to let you keep sticking your nose in as we move things forward.
Jeez, Tina, are you kidding me? How many times do I have to tell you? Stop making decisions that aren't yours to make. James is my husband, and we need to discuss these kinds of things as a couple.
If I was to respect your opinion, we'd never get anywhere. I'll be in touch again when me and James have ironed out the finer details of the moving in arrangement.
Oh, no, you won't.
And mark my words, Missy, when I finally move in with you, I'll be giving you an arduous course of strict wife training to instill in you the womanly discipline you sorely lack in. Prepare yourself, because the gravy train's about to reach its final stop.
Hey, sis, it's been a while. Is now a good time?
Oh, hey, Gavin. You're right, it's been ages. What's up?
Well, as you know, I've been on work transfer in New York for a while now, but I thought I'd head back to town for a little surprise homecoming to see you again since it's been so long. Anyway, I tried getting into my house while I was in town.
Oh, you did?
Vicky, this might sound like a weird question. Did someone steal my house?
Excuse me? What kind of question is that?
I stopped by the house so I could check on and do some routine maintenance, stuff like clearing the weeds from the garden, cleaning the inside, and checking if any repairs needed doing. But when I got there, it kind of looked like someone else was living there.
What? We have to call the cops.
Right? That was my first thought too, but when I asked around some of the folk in town, they told me that the woman living there knocked on all the doors last week and introduced herself as the new neighbor. Apparently she's called Tina, and she claims to be the mother of a certain James? James is your husband, right?
What the?
I did think it was a little crazy, but I thought I should let you know what was going on before I called the cops, since you have one of the keys to the house. You have any idea what's going on here?
God damn it. Give me a minute, okay? I need to check something. I'm sorry, Gavin. I let my guard down.
What happened?
The house key I left in the safe. It's gone. Me and James are the only people who know the code to that safe. So the only explanation I can think of is that he took it and let himself and his mom in.
But why would he do something like that without telling you?
Listen, you don't know about any of this, but his mom has been obsessed with the idea of moving in with us lately. She's like a woman possessed. When I told her she had to get a job so she could contribute to the household finances if she wanted to live with us, she quit the part-time job she'd had for years and insisted that when she moved in, there'd be no need for her to work anymore.
What? But you're working full-time yourself now, right? It's been a while, but I remember when we last spoke, you guys were living from paycheck to paycheck and struggling to keep on top of the utilities and grocery bills, and your unemployed mother-in-law thinks she can just waltz into that situation, start living with you, without contributing anything.
I did try and explain that to her, but we constantly had our wires crossed because she didn't seem to understand the fundamental logic behind what I was saying. And James, despite being the only person who had the ability to put all this nonsense to bed in a heartbeat, has been staying exclusively at his mom's place and not responding to any of my messages lately. So here I am, stuck banging my head against a brick wall, trying to get through to his stubborn mother while not making a single inch of process in the whole thing.
Huh, I see. So basically, your mom-in-law, for some inexplicable reason, became obsessed with the idea of living in my house. I completely ignored everything you said to her about why that wasn't going to be possible, and then used covert measures to catch you off guard and move in without your permission? Pretty convenient for her that I, the actual owner of the house, have been out of town for 3 years on a company transfer on the other side of the country, huh? Your husband does know it's mine, right? Which means I can only conclude they intentionally use my absence to their advantage.
Yep, bingo. I'm pretty sure everything you just said hit the nail on the head. Or at the very least, James does know the house belongs to you. Whether he told his mom that or not remains to be seen. But the bottom line is, it does sound like they're both living there now. I'm so sorry, Gavin. I let you down. I had no idea my unhinged mother-in-law would set her sights on your house like this.
It's not your fault, Vic. Don't sweat it. But what do you think I should do about it?
Where are you right now?
At my buddy's place. He's happy to let me stay here until we get whatever this crap is resolved. So don't worry about me.
Got it. I'll try messaging Tina again. Depending on how she responds, we may be forced to take extreme measures. Tina, I heard you already moved house. Where did you end up going exactly?
Oh, Vicky, good timing. I was just about to message you.
Is it fair to assume James is living with you at your new place?
Yes, you're far too lacking in common sense, and we're being far too stubborn for there to be any use in talking to you. So I decided to teach you a little lesson before we all moved in together.
Oh, that's funny. I don't seem to remember anything that would warrant me needing to be taught any lessons.
Gah, here we go again. Quit playing dumb. If you insist on persisting with this selfish insolence, me and my son will be forced to consider divorce. I suggest you tread very carefully if you value your marriage to James, young lady.
I don't remember doing anything that would warrant being divorced.
Stop answering me back. Gah, you think you're so clever, don't you? If not for my son, you wouldn't even have a roof over your head, food on the table, or clothes on your back. Don't bite the hand that feeds you, missy, or it'll be the last thing you ever do.
Ah, I see. So you think he's the one providing for me?
Why, yes, of course. If you won't show your husband and his $7,000 per month salary the respect he deserves, he doesn't need you in his life.
Wait, what? $7,000 a month?
If you don't like the thought of him washing his hands of you, then I suggest you apologize to me and let me live with you. Of course, I'll let you tell you where the new house is after that. If you get on your knees, apologize and let me live with you, I'll tell you where our new house is. Oh man, you're even more detached from reality than I thought.
Wait, did you just tell me to get down on my knees and apologize over text message? What do you want, a picture?
Yep, a picture will do just fine. I'll even give you the time to clean the floor beforehand so you don't get dirty. Aren't I kind?
That one's gonna have to be a no.
What? You dare to defy me? But why?
Because I have no reason to do that.
Vicky, you really are the most stubborn person I've ever met. Do you want my son to divorce you? I mean it. He'll do it.
Yes, actually, I do. I've had enough of this crap.
What?
Sure thing. Divorce with my $700 a month salary husband is A-okay with me.
Excuse me? $700?
Yes. That's how much James brings home every month, $700. He does only work part-time at a convenience store after all.
Wait a second. What in God's name are you talking about? James's salary is $7,000 a month.
Where did you hear that?
James told me himself. When I asked him how much he makes, he made a 7 with his fingers.
So basically, he never actually verbalized this $7,000 figure you seem to be obsessed with.
Huh?
For some reason, it never occurred to you that him showing you a 7 could mean $700, did it? Incredibly, you immediately managed to convince yourself he was talking thousands without even getting confirmation. James makes $700 a month, and that's the cold, hard truth of the matter. To think you kicked up such a fuss over such a ridiculous misunderstanding. You know what? If James is the kind of guy who will let his mother get away with acting like this, then he's not the kind of person I need in my life. He can disappear and we can never see each other again for all I care.
Fine. Have it your way. I don't need a daughter-in-law like you pathological liar.
Great. Divorce it is. Let's do this.
Fantastic. I couldn't be happier. Now, without you getting in our way, my dream can finally become a reality. This means me and James get to live in the fully detached 3-bedroom house with a 1-acre back garden and swimming pool he bought without any of your unwanted meddling.
Unfortunately for you, it doesn't mean that at all. You'll be returning that house to its rightful owner.
Huh? Return it? To its rightful owner? Vicky, what in heaven's name is going on here? Explain yourself. Your brother just showed up and told me to get out of our new house.
He finally arrived then.
So you do know about this then? What's going on?
What's going on is you and James are living in my brother's house without permission.
Excuse me?
My brother Gavin always dreamed of owning his own home from a young age. He was so committed that he worked super hard to save up the money with a bunch of part-time jobs, starting when he was 16 in high school. 10 years later, he finally realized his dream of buying a house as a single 26-year-old guy. Pretty impressive, right? Anyway, to cut a long story short, that's the house you and James are currently living in illegally.
What? What are you talking about?
However, in a stroke of unfortunate timing, Gavin's workplace put him on a 3-year work transfer to a company HQ in New York a week after he bought it, so he never actually got the chance to move in. He left me with a spare key so I could check in on the place every now and then while he was away. But it would appear James took it from the safe behind my back.
What the?
I have no idea what James told you, but the real owner of that house is my brother. When he came back home to carry out his routine maintenance of clearing the weeds out in the garden, cleaning the place up, and checking for repairs, he realized someone was living there. Obviously, he was going to tell you to get the hell out, given you're a complete stranger to him and are living in his house illegally.
Oh my God, what the hell am I supposed to do now?
How about you just get the hell out like my brother told you to? There's no way you can worm your way out of this one, and we'll be forced to take extreme measures if you do anything stupid like try to hole yourself up in there. So it's obvious your only solution is to get out and find somewhere else to stay.
No, wait. You have to tell your brother. You have to tell him to give this house to me and James.
What?
You're my husband's wife, which makes me your mother-in-law, which means you have a sworn duty to do exactly as I tell you at all times, with no questions asked.
Hey, Tina, the Stone Age called. It wants its worldview back. Anyway, none of what you're saying makes any sense. Me and James aren't even married anymore.
What?
I just got done handing them in. The divorce papers, that is.
You did what? But James didn't even sign them.
Oh, how little you know. Actually, he signed them ages ago.
What are you talking about?
He quit his company half a year ago without saying a word to me about it.
Huh? This is the first I've heard of it.
I was annoyed with him, but at the same time, I knew he could hardly just walk in and get his job back. So I had no choice but to find full-time work myself to keep us afloat with the bills in the meantime. There was no way I was going to let him sit around on the sofa eating potato chips all day. So I told him to find a part-time work while looking for something with more hours. But a whole month later, and he still hadn't shown any sign of seriously looking for full-time work. He did get a part-time job at a convenience store, and he did occasionally find day labor jobs here and there. But other than that, he spent all his time at home playing his stupid mobile games and eating junk food. I knew we couldn't go on like that. So I told him if he hadn't found another full-time job within the next 5 months, we were getting a divorce, and made him sign a set of divorce papers in case the day came when I had to hand them in. His time ran out, so I divorced him. Pretty simple, really. Do you understand now?
Oh my god. Does that mean the $700 a month you were talking about? Does that mean that's his actual salary?
Why not ask him yourself? And try getting him to say the answer this time? Me and James are strangers now, so it's not my place to be discussing his finances with you.
Oh,
Oh, and one more thing. My brother called the cops on you.
the cops!
Obviously, you're living in a complete stranger's house without permission. Do I really have to tell you that's against the law? Hurry up and get out of my brother's house, you deranged weirdo. I have nothing more to say to you.
Vicky, no! Please, I'm begging you.
Goodbye.
Hey, sis. How are things going on your end?
Great. My new apartment is ready to be moved into. Now all I gotta do is pack my things.
I see. Nice.
What are you gonna do about your house? It's kind of sad such a huge damper got put on things before you even got the chance to move in.
Right? Look, that's what I messaged you to talk about, actually. Turns out I had a little unforeseen stroke of luck. The price of land in the area shot up recently, so luckily I was able to sell it for pretty much the same price as I bought it for.
Wow, really? That's great.
I got my compensation, or rather my inconvenience money from a unwelcome guest. So once my placement in New York is over, I'm gonna find something even better.
I see. I'm so relieved you didn't suffer any losses as a result of this whole thing.
No kidding. Like, it's gonna be a fresh start for you too, right, sis? I'm so excited to see how things turn out for you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Alright, well, I'll catch you later. Hey, tell you what, how about we hang out together at your new place once things calm down for me at work? I can't promise when that'll be, but let's make it happen.
That sounds great. Let's do it. See you later. Tina and James got taken away in the back of a cop car after my last message. Then, they were taken to Tina's uncle's place out in the countryside after calling him from the police station in a desperate panic. Needless to say, he wasn't pleased about having to drive 6 hours to bail his niece out of a jail cell. Apparently, James lied to his mom about having just bought a new house. Between that and the whole issue with the mistaking of $700 for $7,000, relations between mother and son disintegrated, and they began fighting every single day. Their uncle, who they were now living with, was already furious about having them to bail them out and put up at his house. A former kickboxer, he roundhouse kicked James across the room in a rage before ordering the two of them to find jobs ASAP on threat of being kicked out and made homeless. With the disappearance of the terrible two from my life, peace and harmony was restored to my existence. And not only that, but the company I've been working for offered me a proper long-term contract, replete with tons of added employment benefits, which meant I was able to kickstart my new life from a place of safety and security. Woohoo! And by the way, my ex-mother-in-law showed up and kicked the front door down on my brother's old house one day, 3 months after he sold it. Needless to say, she was charged a hefty sum in damages by the landlord and taken away in the back of a cop car. Again.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.